Hey, what's going on, guys? Good morning, good afternoon, good night, whenever you're watching this. Right now, I look crazy. Today is January 13th of 2020. One thing that we play a lot in our lives are regrets. One thing that we tell ourselves is that, we regret either holding on to someone too long or not holding on to them enough. Or I'm gonna tell you right now, I want you to know this: you haven't lost anybody in your life; they lost you. I know it sounds cliche, and I know it sounds like, oh, you're just. I want you to understand this. Everything that was meant to be in your life, everything that was meant to happen into your life was supposed to happen, whether it was good or bad. Everything isn't justified, everything isn't understand. But I want you guys to understand this is that the people that have left your life and people that are no longer in your life, there was a reason for that. Everything in life is a transitional stage, evolution stage. So you have to figure out, what are you trying to grow into, what are you supposed to be growing into to become the person that you need to be for yourself now. In 2020, I want you to not get so caught up in the first couple of days that started off bad, or 2019 was bad, or 2019 was good. I don't want you to get caught up in the whole fact of how good the last year was, or how bad the last year was. I want you to focus on every day and try to build up a consistency. If you build up a consistency in your life, over the course of time, you'll get accustomed to this lifestyle. I used to be such a negative person. I used to think so negative. I used to always want to just be tough and just give up this exterior that I felt like was the type of lifestyle I needed to live throughout my life to actually be comfortable. But I was waking up every day being fake. I was waking up every day trying to, I guess, put on a facade for people to then be attracted to or like. And over the course of time, if you guys have watched my previous videos, I've always say like, damn, I wonder if I should have held on to this one a little bit longer. I wonder if I should have. And necessarily, I didn't lose out on anyone, because the biggest thing that I've got from all of this is, in the time of being alone, in the time of being single, in the time of choosing yourself, you learn such a different point of yourself. You learn how to groom yourself, how to love yourself, how to have an expectation of yourself, how to push yourself, how to get over the hump by yourself, right? And all these things you have to know by yourself, so when you put it together with someone else, you could then grow together. You could teach each other from so many different facets of life. I can tell you my scars, you tell me your scars. I can tell you my upbringing, you tell me your upbringing. I can tell you how I adapted to my love and what love is to me, and you can tell me what love is to you, and then we can somehow meet in the middle and then do that together. But one thing about it is, people will make you feel like, oh, you missed out. People will be like, always find somebody new and try to boss up on your last one. When you leave a situation, just leave that situation alone completely. Don't even worry about trying to boss up. Worry about bossing yourself up. Worry about making yourself a better person, overall, every day in and day out, because it's hard to be a positive person all the time. You're going to have good days, you're going to have bad days, you're going to have sunny days, you're going to have rainy days. But the thing about it is those days that you're by yourself, those 10 minutes before you go to bed and those 10 minutes when you wake up, that time when you're by yourself is the time when you actually fester on so many thoughts. So many thoughts. Like, have you ever seen a movie and then it shutters through so many different things, and then somebody asks you, what are you thinking about, and it just stops on whatever you was thinking about? You can never really tell a person, like, yo, what you're really thinking about, because you're thinking about so many things all at once. If you put so many good thoughts and so many positive thoughts and so many ambitious thoughts towards that, that's all you're going to know. That's all you're going to think about. Like I said, everybody goes through their trials and tribulations, but God gave somebody the same battle that you're going through, and they killed it. God also gave the same battle to somebody else, and they failed. You know what I mean? Like, I know things are tough. I know things can be bad. I know you losing that person, or, you losing yourself can be bad, but you have to make sure that you stay on top of your task and keep pushing, because there's no other person like you. You are the best version of you. You have to be the best version of you. You have to always remember that you have to get up, get going, and keep pushing, because the biggest thing of it all is, when you look in that mirror, that's you looking back at yourself. If you got somebody looking up to you, whether siblings, whether parents, whether children, then you can't fold on yourself. And if you only have yourself, that's even better. There's no spectrum of right or wrong. But you have to make sure that you're always pushing yourself forward, always pushing that envelope, always staying out your feelings and getting in the bag, because the biggest thing of it all is that you have to have you. If you don't have you, then what do you have? You can post pictures for the gram. You can try to, improve and show the family face on Facebook, just to make sure that they're happy. You can try to make your parents happy. But is that really making you happy? Travel, see the world, do things. But don't get caught up in the fact of the matter is that the person that you was expecting to spend the rest of your life with, you no longer can. Or the person that you hold dear as a friend, you guys are no longer friends. Or, You know, just those type of things you have to keep in your mindset. Have to understand that it's a whole bigger picture to this all. It's a whole bigger picture to this all. And you're not going to understand it right now. I always say it. I always say it. You won't understand looking forward. You understand connecting the dots looking backwards. And that's just like, that just explains everything to me. Like, you know, when I'm going through certain things and I don't understand it, I'm like, God, I don't know what you're doing, but I ain't going to question you. I ain't going to question you. I'm going to just be like, you know, one day I'm going to understand what this is about. It's going to be like, okay, cool. You know, there's a lot of things, there's a lot of heartaches that I went through to get to this point right now to making this video to you guys. There's a lot of heartaches I went through, and I'm not even talking about relationships. I'm talking about like goals, dreams, you know, things that to get me over the hump, things that kept me up all hours of nights. You know, there's a lot that got me to this point, and now I'm making this video for you guys because I'm using my testimony to let you guys know, don't give up on yourself, don't give up on anything. Understand what you're doing, understand the biggest picture of it all. You know, if you don't understand that, just push. Don't get caught up looking backwards. Don't get caught up looking backwards. There ain't nothing back there for you. Everything for you is forward. That's why I say, you know, I'm so admired by horses, because horses have the little shutters on, you know. They have tunnel vision. Their focus is right forward. Of course, it's a little bit out in front, but all they're seeing is everything in front of them. They're not looking behind them. You know what I mean? If they look behind them, you know, you're probably scared. You know, all the cars and stuff like that in the street and stuff. You know, you have to think about it like that. Just have tunnel vision towards your dreams. Have tunnel vision towards your love. Have tunnel vision towards your healing. If you know you're a hurt person, you have to deal with that. Stop going to somebody else and trying to get them to love you and trying to get them to care for you for your scars. That's like having somebody come into your life and they telling you to pay their bills. Like, that's your bills. Pay your own bills. Those are your scars. Deal with your own scars. There's nothing wrong with it. The first thing you got to do is embrace them. First thing you got to do is embrace them. I mean, the hardest thing about embracing them is just actually talking about it, thinking about it, because you have to relive it. And when you don't talk about it, it's not realistic to you. That's why you have to talk about it. Because when you actually put those things into the atmosphere, and you actually talk about them, you know, that uncomfortability, you have to get used to that. You have to get used to those things if this is a life that you want to live. If you want to live under a rock and you want to be okay with, you know, certain things, then don't talk about nothing. But if you want better for yourself, you have to deal with the things that you never want to deal with, the things that you never want to talk about, the things that makes you uncomfortable all the time. That little butterfly feeling you get in your stomach, or that little pain you get in your chest right before something happens, you got to. You got to, seriously. This is bigger than all of us, man. This is a big idea. It's a big idea, and I want you guys to push forward. I want you guys to have the best opportunity and choice and chance of, you know, getting over the hump. You know, I believe in you guys. I believe you guys, whether I know you or I don't know you. You're watching this for a reason. I don't feel like anything is too much of a coincidence. I feel like you're here for a reason. You know, my birthday is 10/24. I've been seeing 10/24 everywhere for some reason. You could say it's because of my birthday, but I feel like I should play those numbers, and I'll mess around and be a millionaire. You know what I mean? I'll probably give you guys some money, but what the biggest point of it all is, I want you guys to understand is how important you are, how important your mental is, and how important you have to make sure that you don't get caught up in the fact that no matter if somebody left your life, no matter who they are, they lost out on you. They lost out on who you are, because they don't know who you are. They don't know your potential. They don't know how you're going to be great, and that's okay. And you need to understand that, hey, they left because the person I'm about to evolve into is just too much for them. The person I'm about to become is just too much for them. They just can't handle this. God giving me too many blessings, and they just can't. You know what I mean? It's all right. It's all right. It's not your fault. All right? It's not your fault. You know, that's got to be your mindset. You know, have some humor with it. Like I said, it's okay. It's okay. We're not going to understand everything. We're not going to understand it, but that's their loss. You took enough L's in life. You took enough scars and situations in life. You went through enough. You don't need to beat yourself up anymore. Stop trying to have somebody else heal you, and you heal yourself. Because it's about you loving yourself more than anything. If you don't have self-love, you don't have anything. I don't care if you have a child and all of this. How can you love something if you don't know how to love yourself, and you've been on this earth longer than anything else? You could say, oh, I have brothers and sisters. Love yourself. I cannot beat it into your head enough. Cannot beat into your head enough. That's why when you're on the plane, and I don't know how many guys you travel on the plane, when you're on the plane, the first thing they say is that in an event of an accident, the oxygen mask dropped down. So mine dropped down, someone else drops down, someone else drops down. This person right here could be your kid. This one right here could be your kid. But they tell you to make sure you worry about you first. Because you worrying about the next person first could cause you your life. Although that's your child. Understand that. Although that's your child, they say you worry about you first. Make sure you put your mask on. Make sure you secure yourself. Make sure you take care of yourself first. Because you can't do nothing for nobody else if you don't worry about yourself. Then in the event of you being able to take care of yourself and put yourself in a situation of comfort or safety, or, you know, a bungee cord, you know what I mean? Then you can worry about the next and then the next. There's no purpose of you trying to help someone else just for you to die in the end. How can you be okay with that life? So understand that analogy. Understand this topic. Don't you quit on you. A lot of people gonna quit. A lot of people gonna fold. And a lot of people gonna leave. But they lost you. You didn't lose them. Alright? Hope you guys like the video, man. I hope you guys have a great day. Today's the 13th. Rock it out. Kill it. It's your boy Matt Thomas. It's your boy Royalty. Make sure you share this with your friends, your loved ones, and your family. Alright? Like, comment, subscribe.